The views and opinions expressed on this show are solely that of the comedians featured on this program and does not necessarily reflect the views of KTVU Channel 2 or parent company Fox. The show is uncensored, and you may hear topics and language meant for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
How's it going, everybody, and welcome to Like It or Not. I'm your host, Jason Toupes. Joining me now is three unbelievably great comedians. I want to first introduce you to one of my favorite comics. You might have seen her on ABC or Hulu. Chelsea Bearce, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Also joining us today, Phil Griffiths. How are you, Phil?
Hey, man, how's it going? Good to see you.
Good to see you, too. And one of the fastest rising stars in comedy here in the Bay Area, Sarah Guth. Sarah, how are you?
Hey, good to be here.
I'm glad to have you. Well, let's get things started with our first topic. It's been kind of dominating the news cycle. Elon Musk and Teslas. People are pissed off at him, and they're vandalizing Tesla vehicles all around. Do you guys like this idea of vandalizing Teslas to get your point across, to get your message out there? Phil, let's start off with you.
I'm definitely on board with the cause of it, I guess. But it does kind of suck. If you would ask me like 5, 6 years ago, I would have probably bought a Tesla too. And then now, if I was just driving one now, I'd be kind of against it. The people are getting it just like in public is pretty crappy. But I think boycotting the dealerships and all that and protesting it is fine. That's what America's about. I think you should be able to do that for sure. I wouldn't buy a Tesla now, but if I had one, I'd be for sure going a lot faster, trying to get away from everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've been seeing people actually put up signs on their cars, like bumper stickers saying, "I do not support Elon Musk." It reminds me of the time like when people that were living in the Bay Area, when their cars were getting bipped so often, they would like leave their windows down or put signs on it like this car contains nothing of value. So
yeah,
it's
I saw
like
I saw one that
had,
the sticker just said like, "I bought this before."
yeah.
That was enough. I was like, all right.
What about you, Chelsea? Your thoughts on this whole idea of vandalizing Teslas to get the point out there?
I don't know. I'm in the same boat as Phil. Like, I think that the message, like what they're trying to achieve, I understand and I'm behind. The way they're going about it, I'm not necessarily, all for. I would be vandalizing, Teslas for a different reason, just because I'm sheerly jealous of a car that, is that worth that much. Like, please, but yeah, I think vandalizing it to get your point across is just the wrong way to go about this.
What it kind of reminds me of is like last year when everyone was boycotting Bud Light, and you had people like shooting up cans like Kid Rock. It's almost that same kind of avenue, but like just totally different. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be associated with Kid Rock like that, vandalizing other people's cars. So,
Yeah,
Sarah, your thoughts on this?
I feel like publicly, I agree with you guys. Like, no, it's not. You shouldn't go vandalize people's stuff. But I'm not going to lie. Every time I park behind a Tesla, I'm secretly very relieved because, like, if they're vandalizing someone else's car, they're not vandalizing mine. It's like
That's a very good point, though.
It's great. It's just my car is a piece of shit, and it's like I'm behind their car, and their car is very expensive. I know I'm safe. So, especially now in the news, it's like, okay, they're the target. I'm not. It's taking the attention away from me. So it's not the worst thing.
I think that people, bought Teslas and like the cyber trucks and stuff like that. I think they bought it. It's not for them. It's for, everybody to look at them. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And that's what I think. You know what I mean? And I also feel like maybe I'm kind of against the vandalization just because I've never done it and I don't know how, so maybe there's a little jealousy on that part too. It's like, how would you do that? How would you, I don't know how to vandalize a car.
I always think it's weird too. I think it's more directed towards the truck. Like when people just had normal Teslas like a few years ago, I was like, that's fine, whatever. But then like now when I see the truck, I'm like, okay, that guy is a real dick.
Yeah, I think I support vandalism of the truck way more than
Yeah.
like I don't like public. I actually don't support vandalism in general of Teslas, but of the truck, I mean, the people who own those trucks,
Yeah. It comes with a different,
It's
yeah.
a different level. It's a different caliber of person there. Yeah.
Second topic, Girl Scout cookies. I saw a lawsuit the other day that the Girl Scouts are being sued for the fact that their cookies might contain heavy metals and also pesticides. Sarah, what do you think? Do you think the Girl Scouts, I mean, do you like the idea of them being sued? I mean, there's something wrong with this, right?
Yeah, I think no. So I actually, this is the one I had to look up. I did not hear about this, which is wild, right? Because it's like we're all buying this stuff and there's pesticides and metals in it. And I think it's because they have an incredible business model. Like, right? Like it's like you could get away with anything when you have a bunch of cute girls selling cookies outside of a grocery store. So I think, yeah, they shouldn't be sued. I think this is just women doing business. And why are we putting women down? And I think Elon should maybe take a hint or some strategy from this, right? Like, he has the wrong people selling his cars. He's got to get some Girl Scouts because no one's going to stop buying cookies. This isn't going to stop. It's like when Trader Joe's got criticized for like their racist names, and no one stopped going to Trader Joe's because everyone just like looks past it. I think the Girl Scouts they're onto something with how they're selling their cookies.
Chelsea, what about you? Your thoughts?
First of all, I'm impressed that Sarah looked things up for the show. Well done, Sarah. Good job. I ran in here. I have no pants on. I mean, it's like, man. But
that show will be on OnlyFans, so we'll go ahead and yeah.
The Girls Got, like you said, Sarah, that was the first thing that I thought. I was like, no one's going to stop. You could tell me that there's pesticides, that there's dead animals, that there's, I mean, parts of a Cybertruck in the fucking, I'm going to eat the cookies. Like those cookies are not going anywhere, And like you said, their business model of using cute girls to sell stuff, you know what I mean? They grow up to be Hooters waitresses. Like we all know the cycle, the natural cycle of this, So, yes, is it bad that there might be stuff in there? Absolutely. Is it going to stop Americans from eating it? No. Look at any of our food labels. I mean, we're eating plastic food anyway. Okay, we're here for a very short time. Enjoy yourself. Thin mint it up.
Yeah. I think I was so high one time, I didn't even take the sleeve off the Thin Mints. I just consumed it all. So I've been there before. Yeah. Phil, your thoughts? Weigh in here, buddy.
Yeah, why are we still looking into things that we enjoy? Like, we all love it. Stop looking for something bad in it. Like, if it made the cut to be sold in the first place, then it's like grandfathered in forever. You can put whatever you want in it after that. Like, you've made it. It's it. Just keep selling it. We love it. You're just ruining life now. Like, we had so many good things. And then now there's 50 other things out there that are horrible for you, sure, for like, no doubt. But like, we're enjoying this one now. Stop taking things away that we just love. Like, they're fine. We're all dying anyway of something. We need to. If I die from Thin Mints, I'm fine with it. That's probably a good way to go.
And Phil's going to go before any of us. I mean, look.
Yeah, I've got a limited time. TikTok,
I mean, my take on it is, how is that trial going to work out? How the hell are they going to find a jury to rule in this case, let alone a judge to rule against the Girl Scouts? I don't know. I would have a tough time trying to litigate this case. So, do you guys have like a favorite or worst cookie of the Girl Scout cookies you like? Is there a preference you guys have as far as? Okay, Phil's nodding his head. Let's go to you, Phil. What's your first?
I mean, it's Thin Mints, obviously. I mean, if you're going to say anything else, I'm just going to say it now. You're wrong. There's no better cookie. But they also changed it this year. Did you guys know that? It's not the same cookie. They have like a different distributor or something, so they couldn't do the exact same cookie that they've been doing for years.
But they still have the pesticides in it, right?
Yes,
I mean,
of course. Yes, thank God. They saved it. But but they changed the recipe. Maybe it's less now because it doesn't taste the same at all. But they have different. It's a totally different thing. I was like, how are you messing with that?
No.
Is it more minty? Is it more chocolatey? Is it chalky? What?
It used to be like, there used to be more like peppermint in the cookie itself.
Okay. Like
there were more minty in the cookie itself. Now there's like more chocolate, but less cookie. I don't know. The ratio's off. It's not great. I don't know. Yeah. I'm not happy with my Girl Scout.
Are you a Thin Mint in the freezer kind of guy?
Yeah, I wasn't for a long time, and then I kind of came to Jesus and saw it, and then now I love it.
Okay, you're a true big man. All right. Chelsea, do you have a favorite cookie?
Yeah, Thin Mints for sure. Thin Mints in the freezer, absolutely. And then I can also keep them year round. What? Who would do that? Yes, I do that. And they have a new one out that's French toast flavored, which is super good. The French toast one is good. I feel like the coconut, you can't call them Samoas anymore, but they were like the formerly known as Samoa cookies.
Yeah, I might still call it that. I don't know. You know,
Well,
I don't find many Samoans very upset on the fact that the name of it is. You know, I mean, we've seen a lot of
Yeah.
name change controversy over there. The people of Samoa, I really want to see them come out and be like, no, we don't want to be associated with one of the greatest cookies ever made. You know, I
You
don't
look
know.
like the kind of guy who's like, oh, you're offended? I don't care. I'm going to keep using it. So, I mean, that tracks. And I feel like Girl Scouts should get rid of the shortbread ones. No one's buying the plain shortbread bullshit. Get it out of here. It's wasting a box, you know? So, yeah.
Chelsea, you're right. If I had a truck, I would have just a flag on the back of it, but it would be the Samoa cookie. You know.
No, don't do that. Please don't do that. I will vandalize your truck.
All right, maybe Phil's onto something. Make Thin Mints great again. You know, who knows?
I'd wear that hat. Yeah.
Sarah, you're the skinniest of the bunch. What do you got?
I mean, I think Thin Mints as well, right? Like, I'm glad we're on the same team here. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If someone says that their favorite cookie is something other than Thin Mints, I'm gonna judge them. It's like a filter. It's like when someone says their favorite ice cream is vanilla. It's like, what are you doing? You know, like what is? Oh, that's a hitting a. Maybe I should change my filter. I don't know, but I feel like it's like, okay, this is what I mean. I think like if you say that you like something other than Thin Mints, I almost feel like you're doing it to be cool or make a point. No? It's like, oh yeah, I'm not like into everyone else likes Thin Mints, but I actually really like the whatever the Samoas are called now. I actually don't know. I'm not really,
I think
I'm
it's
not really
Coconut Delight, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super tuned into this Girl Scout scene or cookies, which I think is a good thing as a childless 31-year-old. So, but it's, yeah, but Thin Mints for sure, definitely, and I'll stand by that.
let's keep moving on. Major League Baseball actually had a bit of a controversy. The baseball season is about to start. New Era, who makes their hats, launched a line of new baseball caps. I'm going to show an image of it right here. I don't know if you guys had a chance to take a look at it, but this thing was really controversial as they took the logo and combined it with the team name. And, well, they had a little bit of controversy because the Texas Rangers, for example, the team name and the logo combined together said the word tetes, which is Spanish for titties. The Houston Astros looks like assholes, and then the Angels look like anals. Do you like the idea of just say, fuck it, let's sell these hats, or hey, we got to protect the brand, all right? Like it or not, what's your takes on these hats? Phil, what's your thoughts?
I mean, I think if there's ever been more reason for DEI hiring, I think it's that nobody in that room spoke Spanish. I think that's crazy that had got approved in a room full of people, marketing experts, and nobody was like, hey, does that word mean something else? That's crazy. I mean, it's also just desperate. I don't know what they're doing now. Even MLB marketing, actually all sports apparel marketing is crazy. Like they do the upside down one. I hate that. I think that's annoying. Just for my ADHD stuff, I just like OCD has to be the right way. Why is it upside down? But now they're just putting logo on top of other logos. Like instead of being inventive and creating new fonts or new styles or new looks, there's like, what if we put a logo on a logo? That seems like that'd be really good. Like, no, it's dumb. And then just why don't you have somebody just proof anything you guys are doing? Like clearly you don't know what you're doing over there.
I'm just waiting for somebody to buy me the Houston Astros one that looks like assholes because, clearly I am one. So I think it'll work out for me. Chelsea, what are your thoughts? Are you going to be rocking the Tetas hat anytime soon?
No, me and sports, it's not really a thing. But I do think that it looks lazy. I did, look this up. Did my homework, Sarah. You're not the only one. But I think it looks lazy, and I also feel like sure, take it off the market, but someone's gonna remake them and make money off of this because that's just what's gonna happen. If they can't get it through MLB, they'll get it through someone else, and you'll be able to get it after you tailgate. Like, I mean, it's just right next to the bacon wrapped hot dogs, that they sell right outside of the stadium. So it's like you're still going to be able to see these, you're going to be able to get them. Was it a horrible choice? Absolutely, but it gives us something to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, apparently they're going on the black market already for a few $100, so you can get them if you really want them. Sarah, where about you? Did you see this? What's your thoughts?
Well, so I also know I'm like not super tuned into sports, so I had to look this up. To be fair, I was doing this instead of my actual homework, like prepping for my lecture. So it was really just like procrastinating. I was like, oh, I'll look into this instead. And yeah, I looked it up and they're really, you can buy them on it's not like the black market, because I don't know how to get on the black market. Look at me. It's like I'm not tapped into that, but they're like $850 now. So part of me is like, was this not to be like the conspiracy theorist, but was it like almost intentional? Because like this is a great way of making a lot of money off your hats. Because like now they took it off the market. There is a supply and demand issue. There's very few. Everyone wants one. So I don't know. I don't know if I have I like it or not because I don't care about sports. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be honest. But you know what? I respect what I think is maybe a clever. I feel like someone in that office knew what they were doing,
They
and they knew,
had to, right? I mean,
and they
because
were quiet. And yeah,
yeah, I mean, it went all the way to the production factory, which is somewhere in Asia, and
yeah.
and then somebody packed it up, drove it to the store. I mean, it was in stores, it was in malls. People put them up. It was on websites. I'm sorry, somebody
Mhm.
had to know at this point, and the fact that it just kind of went through all those filters and didn't get checked, that to me, I think is really that's kind of interesting to me.
I like the idea that there's like kids in third world countries that are wearing the Super Bowl champion Chiefs with a Tetas hat now. Like that's
Uh
they're
that
just wearing
that
all of it.
that's a good one. I wanted to talk to you guys about your thoughts on giving human names to your pets. Do you guys like that? Have you ever named your pet after like a regular person's name? Chelsea, do you like, real people's names for pets?
I do. There's something very charming about it, and I feel like you're also giving the animal more personality. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm not an animal person. First of all, let's all. I need the world to know this. The 12 people that are watching, everyone just needs to understand. Not an animal person at all. But my husband is, and so we have two cats. I'm grateful for these two cats. Um, we have an orange cat, okay, and the orange cat is a replacement of another orange cat that died. So my husband's orange cat was named Jeff Goldblum, okay, and so Jeff Goldblum died, and so we got another orange cat, and now this orange cat is named Dr. Ian Malcolm, which was Jeff Goldblum's character in Jurassic Park. So we're just continuing the you know human name thing, but there's just something very charming, very I don't know. I find it attractive in a way of just like, hey, this is my dog Chuck. You know what I mean? Like it's just I think it's very very hilarious. It'll never not be funny to me, and I think it's just a way more inventive than calling someone Sparky or I don't know what animal names Chuckles. I don't know animals, but yeah, I'm a big fan of human names for animals. Big fan.
So Jeff Goldblum, and then you went Jeff Goldblum character name.
Yeah, we went real hard with the Jeff Goldblum in this house. Yeah, yeah, he has a lot to live up to.
So
Okay.
you guys looked up the name. You didn't take it like a baby name book. You just went to
Oh no,
IMDb.
no, no, no. What happened was I brought the orange cat home, and I said, this is like to honor Jeff Goldblum. What was his character's name in Jurassic? And before the question came out of my mouth, my husband goes, Dr. Ian Malcolm, and I go, okay, there's the name. So yeah, he was on it very quickly.
All right, Sarah, your thoughts? Are you on board with the idea? Do you like giving pets real human names?
I think I do like it. So I also don't have any pets. I can't afford it. So, but I mean, it's also like if I were to get a pet, and I've been thinking about it recently, I would get a pet because I want to come home to a friend, and I feel like giving it a human name feels like less that I have this like childish, weird imaginary friend, like Dr. Pickles or something. That's embarrassing. But if it's like Charlie, that's like a real legit friend. So I think I like it. I also feel like it might be kind of fun to like name your pet after your boss or something, and then you can boss it around actually. But
Carve it.
that's probably, yeah, I think it's maybe a little bit more unstable. I'm not that unstable yet. But yeah, so I think I would say yes, I like it. I'm on board.
Yeah,
It
I
would
mean, I'm
also
kind of
make
with
you
you on naming it after a boss or somebody in your life you don't like, like, bad Kanye West, bad Kanye West, I mean, I'm just saying. Phil, your thoughts?
Therapeutic.
I've never done it. I've always been kind of like an object dog name, like Frisbee, that type of thing. But I do like it. I mean, I think Kevin was a big one for a while I think it was a movie that did it. Their dog was named Kevin. But yeah, so I mean, I like it. I do. I'm all for that theme, Chelsea. I think that's awesome. I thought you were going to say the fly. That's what I thought you were going to go with next. But but I also think it's kind of name dependent. Like you guys both, you think you said Charlie and you said Chuck, Sarah. But I think like it would be. I mean, if you're like, oh, this is my dog Jennifer or Michelle or like even Philip. Like who would? I mean, it's getting real proper. And then you got to go like you're going to do nicknames to your dog. You're going to rub its ears and be, oh, Kevin. Like it's going to be
Yeah.
Kevalicious, whatever. It's going to change pretty quick. So at the end of the day, it probably doesn't make a difference.
My only
I have a big dog name. I've met a lot of Chelseas, and that's when it becomes problematic. And I'm still for this, so there's something wrong with me, I guess.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of have to draw the line. I'm kind of against this. I think the idea, I mean, I'm just worried about I get a dog, I name it after a human being, maybe even a celebrity, and the dog goes missing, and I'm yelling at the top of my lungs, and my neighbors are going, why is he yelling Shaquille O'Neal's name? Like, where are you? Come back home. It just doesn't work. So
it sounds like you're a bad pet owner then. So maybe that's the problem. Maybe
true.
Close your door. But I do like, to Sarah's point, having coming home to someone with a human name, it also makes you look less sad to other people. It sounds like you have roommates or someone that loves you. So, it's great. Like, I think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, that is easier. Like, I got to get home to Michelle. She's going to be, she's really hungry right now, and I got to get her food before it's too late.
If I don't get home, she pisses all over the house. It's bad. I got to take her out for a walk.
Yeah, someone going through a breakup, that definitely hits. But yeah,
All right, last subject. The idea of plastic straws. Phil, do you like the idea of plastic straws? Do you think we should have stayed with paper, or your thoughts there? Do you like them or not?
I mean, I definitely miss them. I mean, I think they kind of did a bad choice of saying it's to save the turtles, because I think that's too far removed from everybody. Like you said, it saves 7-year-olds. You'd be like, okay, we should probably do it. But when you're like save turtles, everyone's like, okay, I won't see them when I go on vacation. That like it's just not connective enough to a lot of people. So, but I also don't think they replaced it with a good enough choice. Like if they came out with something better or like equivalent, then that is maybe a little more costly, but has a better usage. Like I mean, now I barely finish my drink before I'm just have like a wet noodle in my hand that I can't even get my drink out anymore. So if they had a better solution for it, I think it'd be great. But I do miss them terribly. But also at the end of the day, as Chelsea said, I'm going to die soon. So it really doesn't matter. It's not that's going to be your guys' problem.
Chelsea, your thoughts? Plastic straws, yay or nay?
We got to wrap this up because my dog Phil is on his last legs. So, but
is it gray too?
Of course it's great. It's named after you. I agree completely. I feel like I'm supposed to say no, I'm against plastic straws, ban them, but I really do miss them, and I know it's just a ticking, clock. Once I put that paper straw in my drink, I'm just like, I don't have much time, like it's just go. I hate paper straws. I absolutely hate them. But like Phil said, there's not a good replacement. There's nothing that replaces a plastic straw, So what am I supposed to drink out of the cup? Ugh, what am I, a monster? So it's just, yeah. Am I glad they banned them? No, you know, but I feel like I'm gonna get canceled if I haven't gotten started yet, but but I just miss them. I want them to come back. I do.
Sarah,
The
your
turtle thing
thoughts?
is very, very fascinating, though. That's far removed is a perfect way to say it. Because it's like, yeah, you watch all these videos of them pulling the thing out of the turtle's nose and stuff, and it's like, okay, cool, but I live in this landlocked state. Like, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's a good point. Very good point.
Yeah, why did they go with the turtle? Because like they could easily make an argument that it's like drinking out of a plastic straw is bad for your health. Like it's microplastics, but
Yeah.
conservational. I don't know. Yeah, it's I guess like so I think I'm in the same boat. It's I know I'm supposed to like like cardboard straws. I'm supposed to hate plastic straws. I'm supposed to like cardboard straws, but yeah, it's a real bummer to drink out of a cardboard straw. I'm not gonna lie, I actually have metal straws at home that I drink hot coffee out of, and I've been told that I'm a psychopath for doing that. And based on your expression, I'm agree.
Yeah.
That's but it works. Why not? It's good for your teeth, and I don't know. I've had no issues with it, but I understand why cafes don't just put metal straw. I mean, why wouldn't they? Could do that, and they could reuse them. So, are we really the problem? Also, I was thinking about this on my drive home. It is kind of interesting. It's like we picked turtles to save turtles. No one seems to care about the trees here with the cardboard. It's like we've definitely picked a side. And then, yeah, I think they could have picked a different. Why not just say microplastics are bad for you? Drinking out of a plastic straw is bad for you. But yeah.
Right. Well, they had to ban the plastic straws for us to drink so they could put them in the Girl Scout cookies. So because it was too much. You know what I mean? It's just way
Call
too
back
much.
of the night right there, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Full circle, baby.
Woo! Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I kind of got brainwashed, but I was always team plastic, straw guy, because as a milkshake aficionado and a beard, there's only certain things I can do, and I cannot do both. I can't have a milkshake without a plastic straw. And for me, what I just kind of wonder is like the video that started it all, that sea turtle that we all saw. It was so sad. It was just a horrible video, but how the hell did that straw get up its nose? It doesn't have fingers. It doesn't have thumbs. I know sea turtles, they don't swim that fast. So how did it? I don't know. I mean, that's the thing that we only saw the video as they were yanking it out. I am a conspiracy theorist on this point. I think we need to know how it started. That's all I want to know. And we've
all had straws up our nose, Jason. Okay, we don't know the raves that they have down in under the sea. All right. Okay.
Listen, I saw Cocaine Bear. I have a conspiracy theory. I think that sea turtle was down in the Gulf of whatever we're calling it, and all of a sudden it got gacked up down there by a missing key, and it was like, all right, we're gonna keep this vent open. Boom, and there you go. I think that explains that video. Who knows? All right, guys. Well, on that note, we'll wrap up this show. Hey, I just want to say thank you very much again for participating. Let us know where your guys are going to be at, where they can find you, where you got upcoming shows at. Phil, where can people look you up, and where can they find you if you're doing a little stand-up shows in the next couple of weeks and months?
Yeah, you can follow me online on Instagram at Phil Griffiths, and you can also just go to philcomedy.com, as all my show listings and stuff there as well. And also I have a new podcast called Where's Dad with Natasha Vinnick, and that's at Where's Dad Pod on Instagram as well.
And Chelsea, you got a special. You're performing all over. Let us know, where can we find you?
My special is called That's So Stupid, and it's free on YouTube. But at Instagram, you can follow me at Chocnilla. That's half chocolate, half vanilla, CHOCNILLA. And my website is chelseabearce.com. And you can see me for the next few months at my son's Little League baseball games. So stop by.
Sarah, finally, where can people find you at?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Sarah Guth Comedy, and then you can see me at Cheaper Than Therapy first week of April, and then random drunk bar shows before then. So
Well, that's fantastic. As always, I'm your host, Jason Toupes. You can follow me at Jason Toupes Comedy, also Alameda Comedy Works. We've got shows at Faction Brewing, also the Prune Yard Cinemas down in Campbell. Thank you very much, guys. Hope you all had a good time, and hope to see you again very, very soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.